Morning everybody, Norma here. Welcome to your Friday morning slow flow class. I'm home today, not in the wellness office as you can see, so welcome to my home in Caledonia. I do have my dog Serafina here with me today, so if she's coming through the video this morning, hopefully she won't get too much in the way. She's laying down right now. So good morning. So this is a slow flow class for all levels. So remember always to practice at your own level. I can't see you out there, so make any modifications that serve you and your body and your practice. I will be giving modifications as we're going through. So making sure you have a comfortable surface if you are outside. It's nice and cool right now, so making sure that you do have some water to take sips of water as you're going through the practice, as well as a comfortable surface to lay down on. We're not going to use any props today, but if you have a block or yoga strap that you like to practice with, there's ways that we can insert it into the class, but we don't necessarily need that today. So this is Serafina. Good morning, everybody. Alrighty, so we're just a few minutes out to start here now. So if you've joined already, morning Dee Dee, you can find a comfortable spot on your mat to prepare. And I think I am going to put her inside. Seraphine? Yeah, come on, let's go. Excuse me, just one moment. I have a feeling that that won't work out so good. So if you've arrived already for the class, please get in a comfortable spot on your mat. We're just a few minutes out to start. And yogi's choice for your position to start the class this morning. So we're just about 2 minutes out. So if you have arrived, you can start preparing to start in whatever pose that serves your body this morning. I'm going to be in a seat to start just for a few minutes as people start to arrive. You can also arrive and lay down into a Shavasana pose, corpse pose, laying on your back with your feet outstretched wide, hands by your side. I'm going to just check in with Dee Dee here. Dee Dee, can you see me okay there? Is there any shadow? Just give me a wave, or if you drop a comment, does that look okay? Thanks. Okay. So finding a comfortable position on your mat, whatever that looks like for you. So option to start in a seated position today or laying down on your back, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're just going to take this first few minutes to arrive. So if you have rushed to your mat today, or maybe thinking about things that you may need to do today, let's just let all that go. You've carved out this 30 minutes, it's your time. Let's begin to arrive. So wherever you are, whatever position you've chosen to start your practice in today, can you begin to soften here? Can you let your shoulders relax away from your ears? Can you let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth? Can you unlock the biting surfaces of your teeth? Perhaps you didn't even know that they were held together. Maybe offer a smile, thanking yourself for arriving here. And just do that, arrive. Guiding a breath that comes in through your nose and traveling out through your nose. Observe how you're feeling this morning. I feel a little bit different this morning being at home versus going to work early and starting a class there. I'm working remotely today, so I do that sometimes, not too often. But it was much easier to roll out my mat for 7:30 being at home here this morning for sure. Drawing your attention to your breath, imagining it traveling in through your nose, filling up your chest, filling up your belly, giving that beautiful prana, that life force that allows us to function through our day, helps us move through our practice, and allows us to settle if we're feeling unsettled. Beautiful, guys. So as we go through our postures this morning, if you find yourself wandering, maybe your in your mind's eye you think of something, that's okay, just acknowledge it. And then bring your awareness back to your breath and start again. So I'm going to join you on your mat in Shavasana. I'm just taking this last breath or two to see, how am I feeling this morning? What's my body feeling? Is there any area that may need some attention? Sending some breath there. Always just awareness, no judgment. As with anything, our bodies can feel different on any time of the day and at different times of the day, and that's okay. So let's begin to wake up our body and arrive for our practice. Offering small movements to your ankles and your wrists. If your eyes were closed, opening and closing your eyes, letting the light in, and stretching arms overhead like you're waking up from a long nap, before bringing your knees into your chest. And maybe coming up just for a moment, hugging your knees to your chest and curling up like a ball. Maybe giving yourself a hug like you haven't seen yourself for a long time. I know that I'm missing hugging through this pandemic. So always permission to give yourself a hug, or maybe hug a tree, or hug somebody in your bubble. Cats and dogs are great for that. I guess husbands or wives or partners too. Certainly letting your shoulders come down to the mat, taking our feet wide, ankles coming in, and just letting our knees jut in together. As we start to slowly windshield wipe our legs from side to side, just getting into that hip socket a little bit with a small movement. Offering a little massage to your sacrum, that lower part of your spine. Slow and steady, nothing rushing at 7:30 yoga. Beautiful, guys. Coming back to center, rolling over to your right side and pushing yourself all the way up to a tabletop position. So setting up for your tabletop, I'm just going to check in just to make sure that you guys can see me and lighting's okay. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's flow. Thank you for joining, guys. So preparing for our tabletop position, always starting with that good alignment, making sure our shoulders are stacked over our elbows, stacked over our wrists, our fingers are sprayed out wide, like that L with your fingers here. Your fingers are like little suction cups holding on, taking that pressure out of your wrist. Turning the inside of our elbows out to the front. Toes can be flat or toes can be tucked. Let's flow through 3 cat-cows here. So dropping your belly, Lifting your gaze, stretching your tail out to the back of the mat. Exhaling, curling up, belly button to spine, cat. Taking breath movement, 2 more at your own pace. Offering any movement that may feel like it needs to be here. Authentically move your body today. Feel all the feels on your yoga mat. We don't have to be anything or anybody when we roll up our mat. Just us, and then we're allowed to just be. Coming back to a neutral spine. Can you take your left leg long behind you? If that's feeling comfortable, you want to challenge your balance, you can take your left foot up off the ground, that long spine. 3 points of contact here. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, and that's only for you to choose, can you take your right hand up? Balancing table. Remembering still to breathe here, no holding your breath. Try not to sink into your left arm here. Beautiful, guys. Taking right hand down, left knee meets right, and just wag your tail from side to side. Before we transition to second side, always awareness here that one side could be completely different than the other. Just awareness, no judgment. So taking your right leg long behind you, like you're standing on that wall behind you, just setting up your balance here, making sure you're feeling comfortable, no rush. Taking your right foot up long behind you this time. Toes are flexed, foot is flexed, so you're standing on that wall behind you. And once again, an offering to take that left hand up now, feeling long, stretching out of your shoulder socket. One long line from top of your head to the base of your right foot. Beautiful, guys. Taking your left hand down, right knee meets left, and one more time, wagging your tail. It's nice to hear the birds out here. I hear my dove cooing out front. It's absolutely lovely. So if you haven't already done that, just inviting a little space here, taking your hands forward, tucking your toes, bending generously in your knees as you lift your hip up and back for our first downward facing dog. So once again, observing your body here, offering any movement that feels authentic to you. So you might lower and raise your ankles, lowering your heels to the floor. Or maybe again, you want to wag that tail. A lot of dog references with Serafina starting our practice together today. Taking an inhale together, let's exhale through our mouth, sigh, let it all go. Beautiful, guys. Bending your knees, looking to the top of your mat and traveling there. Whatever serves you, walking, stepping, or hopping. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Taking our feet just about shoulder width, maybe a little bit longer than shoulder width apart. Bending generously into your knees here. Still folding, grabbing opposite elbows. As we just hang here in ragdoll just before we start our flow. Maybe making some circles with our arms. Loosening up. That upper back here now. 3 one way, and then 3 the other. Nothing's moving in your hips or your legs. And nodding your head yes, and shaking your head no, just allows us to really relax that neck. And maybe imagine anything that you may be holding dripping off your neck, going down into your yoga mat. And feeling that difference that may have made for you. Beautiful, guys. Letting our hands come to the mat, inhaling, halfway lift, long spine. Once again, long line from your head to the base of your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. So just in our first Tadasana pose here, can we just feel that grounding that I'm talking a lot about grounding today, perhaps because I felt like I needed a little bit more grounding this week. So can you feel that grounding in your feet with your mat? And you can do this, you know, maybe if you feel comfortable walking in bare feet out in your grass. Found a beautiful spot of moss out in my forest yesterday, and it was just so beautiful just to feel that connection, that softness with the earth. It filled me back up. Maybe it will do that to you as well, or you. So inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, sitting back into your chair. So in your chair pose, making sure that your knees are facing forward. You can still see the toes of your feet. Hands can come to heart center, or maybe you want to invite your arms up, tipping your pinky fingers in, and your gaze may follow. Beautiful, guys. Taking hands back to heart center before we let it all go. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for our first vinyasa. So high or low plank, listen to your body, what serves you. I'm going to come down for my first one today. So lowering all the way down to the mat. We'll keep to your side. Can we take our hands right off the mat on our tented fingertips? And just inhaling your chest and your forehead up for a baby cobra. Exhaling, letting it go. Do that 2 more times with your breath. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling. 1 more. You got it. Taking our hands back underneath our shoulders, tucking our toe, traveling up through table to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here to reset. Beautiful, guys. Can you invite your right leg up behind you, bending your knee, stacking your hips. And just offering movement here. Opening up into that hip socket. Perhaps you want to just have stillness here. What is serving you? Beautiful, guys. Coming back to our 3-legged dog. Can you look to the top of your mat and step or invite your right foot to the top of your mat here? Beautiful, guys. So again, what serves your body is low crescent lunge. Better for you this morning. Stacking your right knee on top of right ankle. Heading up that yoga mat if you have any issues with your left knee. Or you can come up into high crescent lunge. Breathing our hands up. Can we clasp our hands with our pinky fingers pointing to the sky, lining our biceps up with our ears, pulling long out of our spine, maybe coming up further on those back toes. Great adjustments there, guys. Can we breathe in and exhale, then over to the right side. Making sure this isn't compromising your breath. If you're feeling breathless at all, taking your hands back to your hips, please. Beautiful, guys. Coming back to center, pivoting on our back foot, opening up to our warrior 2. So feeling that strength in our legs, letting our shoulders fall away from our ears, our hands are opening up like wings. Flipping your right hand, can you reach it up and back to Sculpture Warrior? Beautiful, guys, here. A little different. As we're coming back through our warrior two, can you straighten out your right leg without locking it out, reaching down into your triangle pose. Beautiful, guys. Pivoting on your left toe as your hands come to the mat. Can you step back and rinse it out with your vinyasa? So always an offering, if it's not serving you to do, we're only doing a couple vinyasas this morning. Again, what serves you on this Friday morning? And that may be settling into a child's pose or downward dog and skipping the vinyasas. Beautiful, guys. 3 breaths here to reset. When you're ready, taking your left leg up behind you, bending the knee, stacking the hip without sinking into that right hand, and offering your body what it might need here on this hip. Knowing one hip is different than the other. But usually good to do what you've done on one side and then the other. When that feels complete, taking your left leg long behind you, looking forward, and stepping or helping your left leg to the top of your mat. So, low crescent lunge. Popping up into high crescent lunge. And if you're going here, can you bring your hands up? And maybe your gaze follows. And I can see the clouds here today, so isn't that lovely, beautiful blue sky? We're gonna have a lovely day. Taking our hands, clasping our fingers, stretching up, letting our index fingers lead the way. You inhale. And exhale, bending over to your left side now. Not losing that bend in your front knee. Challenging our balance here a little bit. Feeling that stretch in the right side of your body. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Pivoting on our back foot and opening up. Warrior two, second side. So I had to do a little adjustment with my feet there because of my stance with my crescent lunge. So invitation, if you're not feeling comfortable here, just winging your feet so that you're bending generously into your left knee and your right foot is facing forward, and there's a heel to arch alignment. Beautiful. So these warrior poses, our gaze is over our middle finger of our forward arm. An invitation again to see, is there something you can soften here? Beautiful, guys. Flipping your left palm now, reaching up and back to exalt your warrior. Your gaze can be down your right leg or up to the ceiling once again. Long line, feeling that stretch in your left side body, sending breath there. Beautiful, guys. So as we come back through warrior two, straightening out that left leg, not locking it out, coming into our triangle pose, second side. So tucking our glutes in, opening up, breathing our heart up to the sky, feeling that openness in our chest. Beautiful, guys. Coming down to the mat, pivoting on your back toes, stepping our left foot to meet right. A little change here before we go to our final flow. Coming over onto the edge of our right foot, offering a side plank here. And if it's in your practice, if you want to step your right foot back and open into wild thing, permission to go there. Beautiful, guys. If you're in your wild thing, coming back through to your side plank as we come back and pushing up to our downward facing dog to reset. What we do on one side, we must do on the other. Inhaling, exhaling sigh, let it all go. Pushing through to a high plank, setting up for your side plank, turning over onto the edge of your left foot here now. And where does it serve you on this side? We can go into side plank here. We can even come down, side plank here. Or as you know, I love Wild Thing, so I'm going to step my right foot back and stretch it up and open. Beautiful. Not holding your breath. Flipping your dog back over, traveling through your side plank as we rinse out with this final vinyasa. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Beautiful. So letting that all go, settling yourself into a child's pose. And check to see how everybody's doing. And we're just gonna cool it down and do a few stretches. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. So in your child's pose, I getting a drink of water, I had a little sip of my coffee before settling in. Inviting your hips to sit back, stretching your arms out forward, or maybe even want to take your hands into prayer behind your shoulders here, or behind your neck. Just offering a little stretch into your arms. Five breaths wherever you are. And when you're ready, we're going to transition into our back. So just checking time. I was going to do locust today, but we'll have to save that till next week. So maybe as you're sitting up, your feet on the floor, can we just slowly transition to our mats, one vertebrae at a time, before coming back down to our mat. Taking our feet wide as our mat, ankles turning in, coming back full circle to where we started, offering windshield wipers from side to side. The next time your feet fall to the knees fall to the right, let your legs fall there. Offering a twist here to your spine. Your gaze can be over your left shoulder. And if you want to get deeper into that stretch, you can hook your right foot over your left knee, drawing it down gently to the mat. Five breaths here. Bringing your knees back up and crossing your knees, resetting for windshield wipers, side to side, one more time. Slowing things down as we prepare for our Shavasana. Because isn't that why we came, was our Shavasana? Next time your knees fall to the left, you can leave them there. Stretching our arms wide, long. Right gaze is coming over your right shoulder now. And if you want to take that a little deeper, hooking the left ankle over your right knee. Sorry guys, the air conditioner just came on. I hope that you can still hear me. I'll have to be mindful of that for next time. 5 breaths here. Feeling a nice deep stretch. Beautiful, guys. Breathing your knees back up to center, uncrossing your legs, and just offering your body any last movement it was feeling like it needs. Maybe you want to hug knees into your chest, or maybe you want to come into cobbler's pose just for 1 or 2 more breaths before we transition into our Shavasana. So when you're ready, you can find your way there. So you're getting comfy and feeling supported in your mat. I like to tuck my shoulders under, opening up my chest a little bit further, letting your feet fall open. And enjoy these last few moments of rest and restoration through silent meditation. And know that I will be here to guide you back when the time is right. Enjoy. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow in new strength. May you walk gently through the world and its beauty all the days of your life. Small movements into your body now as you gently come on back. If you don't have a hard stop and you want to keep in your Shavasana, invitation to do that. If you do need to go on with your day, as I do, offering a long stretch, letting the light come back into your eyes. When you feel ready, stretching long, before rolling over to one side or the other as you gently push up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Bringing hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Gaze can be lowered or eyes can be closed. Just taking this moment to observe your body, noticing any changes your practice may have brought to your body, mind, or your heart. It's been my honor to lead you through our practice this morning. Know that the love and the light in my heart bows to the love and the light in your hearts. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning, everyone, and wishing everybody beautiful days. We are entering into the next stage of the pandemic, so that's really hopeful. So I hope everybody is well and taking care of themselves. And I know this has been a long time coming. I think it's 19 weeks, I think I counted. So I know we're all feeling tired and we want to get on with our life. So know that, you know, as with anything through this pandemic, only you know what's good for you. And things are opening, but again, slow and steady. Be safe, stay well, and had a lovely time sharing this time with you this morning. So, goodbye, friends. Namaste.